Welcome back to TPAAsports.com. I'm over here on the USSSA website where we're about to be challenged with inputting our player information within our newly created USSSA team. Okay. Now, if you will recall, we've logged in. We've got our username profile. We have created a team already. We have paid for that team, and now we're ready to begin the roster process. Now, we've got 4 teams here. The one that we just created, if you will recall, is the Dallas Mavericks Red. So that's the one we're going to be working with. To input players, highlight, you can see I can highlight any one of these. I'm going to highlight the Dallas Mavericks Red. Come down here and click Add and Updates, Roster Adds and Updates, and then I'm going to click Submit. That's going to take me to this screen that basically says the information that you're putting in here is the best to your knowledge, the best of your ability, is all true and factual, etc., etc. We need to agree to that. Okay, we're here in the player input screen. This is a basic screen. Now, I happen to have 3 players here that I have taken off other rosters. You probably won't have anything there. It will be blank. It's pretty simple. We're going to input the first kid's name. Now, I would highly suggest before you start this process that you have all the information on your players. Your player information sheet, if you had them fill that out with their name, their address, their phone numbers, etc. But you also need a copy of their birth certificate sitting in front of you, because in this name section is very important. Okay? If you get nothing out of this video, get this out of it. The name that appears on the roster must match the birth certificate. So if you have a player on your team who goes by Robbie, but his name is Robert, then his roster right here needs to say Robert. It doesn't need to say Robbie. So I'm going to input Robert Garcia, and I'm going to input his birthday. Now I'm going to show you a couple of things here. I'm going to input, remember we have a 7th grade team here, so there's certain age requirements that are around that team from a birth date standpoint. Here is the beauty of doing these rosters this way. Here is the beauty, because you're going to have to put in this birthday, and I'm going to put in 0901 of 1995. Okay, and I'm going to click Add Player. Watch what happens. I get a error message that says, wait a minute, that birthday is out of the range that we're supposed to be seeing for this team. Okay, so one of the things that again we talked to coaches over and over and over again was roster controls. They were tired of these older kids playing on younger teams. So what this system does, and I know you can look at me and go, okay, I can put any birthday I want to in there. You're absolutely correct. You can force it into the system. But when I check your roster with that birth certificate, it has to match. If it doesn't, we have problems in paradise. Okay, so I'm going to fix this date, 0109 of 1997, and you'll see that I have added Robert Garcia. Now, here's where you just need to feel comfortable one way or the other. It really doesn't matter. This is really all the information that I have to create your roster is the name and the birthday of the child. If you wanted to go ahead and put the address information for him, that's fine. If you wanted to put phone numbers in there, that is also fine. But the other thing that you may want to do is put an email address. And I know that a 7-year-old, a 10-year-old may not have an email address. Put the parent's email address. Because in one of the videos, I'm going to show you how to contact your team via this email. It's a pretty neat feature on their website. But this information here is purely optional. You do not have to put this information in. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and save this player, and he will be added to my roster right down here. Okay, it gives you the date and time that they were added, the name, the birthday, the roster age. If you would have put the address, etc., that's where it would have been. So I'm going to add another one right quick. I'm going to add Jesse has a birthday of I'm going to add him. And again, I've added him. I can add this information here, and I'm going to go ahead and add his information just so you can see it. And he lives in Mansfield, let's say, Texas. His zip is, I have no idea, his phone number. And an email address. J11118 or whatever at yahoo.com, just so you can see how it plays out on the other screen. So there you go. There are your players. If for any reason you need to come in here and edit one of these players, you can do so. Okay. Oop, let me back up here. I'm sorry. I want to edit. Note the information that you can edit. Note the information that you can't edit. If you fat fingered that birthday, then you're going to have to get with the state office or with USSSA directly and change that birthday. You cannot modify that birthday once it goes in the system. Okay? So I'm going to stop the video at this point in time, and I'm going to add some more players. I'm going to add 5 or 6 or 8 or 10 more players to my roster, and then we're going to talk about rosters a little. When I come back, we're going to talk about rosters just a little bit further. So I'm going to stop this video, add these players, and come back, and we'll talk here in a minute.